Well, welcome back to the channel. You're going to have to excuse my voice. I had a little procedure done on Monday and my voice really hasn't recovered from it. I had to get intubated during the procedure, so my voice, it affected my voice a lot more than I thought it would. I thought it was back this morning, but just talking a little bit on the phone and whatnot, it's already kind of went away, so you'll have to bear with me. I wanted to pass along some it was sad news. The man that came up with the idea for Golden Cornucopia, the movie we've been working on the last 3 years, he contacted me. It's probably been over 3 years ago. He'd seen some of my YouTube videos about cornucopia, and he said, hey, I want to make this a documentary about cornucopia. It's been his lifelong dream to get this done. He's been in video production his whole adult life. But when he was a teenager, he visited cornucopia with his dad. I think they were only there a day, but it left such an impression on him that he wanted to make a documentary about it his whole adult life. So we were able to help him do that. You know, I did all the drone work for that, did some of the video work, the camera work as well. And unfortunately, I wound up on camera some for that movie too. Wasn't my dream to be in the thing, but I wound up being in it. But anyway, John, right after we finished up with the premieres for the movie, not long after that, he started feeling a little off. That was last fall. And then 60 to 90 days ago, he thought he had a stroke or something. And then shortly thereafter, it felt like, his collarbone broke. And, he kept going back to the doctor. And finally, they diagnosed John with a very rare form of cancer. Started in his heart, which heart cancer is extremely rare anyway. I'd never heard of it before. And the variation that he had is even more rare, where I guess it can start in other places, which that particular form of cancer, don't ask me what it is, I don't know. It usually starts in a blood vessel or something, which it's 0.01% of cases of cancer. But forming primarily at the heart is 0.001% of cases. So it's extremely rare form of cancer. And so they really don't even know how to treat this cancer, especially at the stages. It was stage 4 by the time they found it in John. It spread to his collarbone and in his bones, in liver, and I don't know where else. But it's a very aggressive form of cancer, I guess, too. So, just not that long ago, he was diagnosed with this. And Monday, about the time I was going into surgery, he lost his battle with cancer. Pretty tough deal, John was one of these very outgoing, vibrant, creative people that their mind's always working. When you talk to him, he's coming at you from 10 different angles with all these ideas. And that's when he texts you, he's using talk to text, and you get these 2 or 3 page long text from him of all the ideas and how we're going to approach a project. He's just one of those really, I don't even know how to explain. If you've ever met a creative person, you'll know what I'm talking about. Their mind's always going. And he was one of these guys that he was so, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess the word would be tenacious. Getting stuff done, getting the movie out to Oregon Public Broadcasting. If you want to see the movie and you didn't get a chance to buy the DVD, by the way, thank you for everybody that have bought DVDs. It goes to support our local museum that's keeping up that history. But if you didn't get a chance to do that, we encourage you to do it. Or if you don't have a disc player anymore, you can watch it on Southern Oregon Public Broadcasting's website. They've got it on there as a streaming service now. So if you Google in Southern OPB Golden Cornucopia, you'll find it. It's well worth the watch. It was a great documentary, I think, that we did. And I really enjoyed working on it with John. So But seeing John go from this vibrant thing just a few months ago, even a couple weeks ago, I talked to him on the phone a couple weeks ago, and he's the same John, all these ideas shooting out, and he wanted us to work on these other projects. He had other movies in mind, and he wants us to continue that. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do it on the same level he did, because that was his livelihood. He was in video production for a living, so we're probably not going to be able to do it to the same level John would have been able to edit and everything, but we're going to try carrying on some of these projects that John had in mind. And then, I talked to him, I think it was just a week ago, and it still sounded like the same John. And then when I seen him last Friday, I ran over. They live about 6 hours from us. Ran over to bring them some of the equipment they'd left behind, and I talked to him and his wife, and it was amazing how much it had affected him in just a week's period. Talking to his wife, just the last few days, it had really progressed quite a bit. And, I seen him on Friday. He was able to communicate, but he was having a struggle. His mind, you could tell his mind was still fully engaged in a lot of this, but it had started to affect his ability to talk. And so he had trouble getting words out. And, it's a tough deal to see somebody change so rapidly. And like I said, Monday about 7:12, he lost that battle. So our hearts go out to his family, his friends, and I just wanted to share that golden cornucopia was his lifelong dream. I'm so glad we were able to help him accomplish it. And out of that, there's been lifelong friendships formed with not just John, but the other folks that helped make that movie. We've got bonds now that we didn't have before. That's one of the great things about this YouTube thing. I've been able to form bonds with some of you folks too, through YouTube, making these videos. That's been the best part of YouTube. So, because of YouTube, I was able to help him make that movie and make these connections. Friends that I would have never known about. Now I'm good friends with these folks. So anyway, it's weird how we make all these connections through people, and it's kind of odd to be part of John's swan song. We had all these other projects in mind, but this lifelong movie that he had in mind, we were able to complete it, and that's going to be his swan song, was that movie. So I encourage you to go watch it and buy a DVD if you get the chance, and support our local museum. And get right with the Lord, folks. You never know when it's your time. It could be cancer. It could be driving down the road and a tire come flying off a truck and through your windshield. Who knows when your time is? Get right with the Lord. That's about it for today, I guess. It's a pretty heavy topic, I know. Okay, thanks for watching. I think I had something else to say, but I don't remember what it was. God bless all of you, and we'll see you on the next video.